All right, we are back live. So I'll make a motion to exit executive session.
Second.
Roll call, Amy?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Vicki?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Action?
No action. Could we go through our miscellaneous items? And can we hold on the minutes for this week? We'll add that to next week. So starting with the water resources resolutions.
The Board of Commissioners approves a request for Abacus Incorporated for installment payments of connections charges for connection to the sanitary sewage system and the water system in the Portage County Sewer District and establishing the terms and conditions of the same.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call, Amy?
Vicki?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Move that the Board of Commissioners agrees to approve plans, specifications, and estimate of cost and set the bid date for the construction of project number SH-W 19-160, Streetsboro State Route 14, water main replacement in the Portage County Regional Sewer District, Brimfield Township.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call, Amy?
Vicki?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Move that the Board of Commissioners receive the May 26, 2020 amended certificate of estimated resources for the year beginning January 1, 2020, as submitted by the Portage County Budget Commission.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call, Amy?
Vicki?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Move in accordance with ORC 311-20, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge the receipt of the Portage County Sheriff's monthly jail reports for expenditures and food costs for prisoners for May 2020.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call, Amy?
Vicki?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Move that the Board of Commissioners approve the Haven of Portage County for water and sewer facilities from the CDBG Housing RLF for the amount of $24,763.
Okay, I will second.
On this item, I intend to support this, but Jean, could you get with NDS and help us get a sense of these revolving loan funds? Todd Bragg can be a part of that too, but just trying to understand where we are, what the amounts are, what the requirements are, and what we have potentially available to us. I know that there were other CDBG projects that we discussed potentially accessing these funds. So, but I think I was a little confused by the whole thing. So I think I think it would be helpful to us if you could have that discussion and bring some information back to us.
Will do.
That okay? Thank you. And with that, roll call, Amy.
Vicki?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Move
All
to-
right. So final item to discuss today is the letter that
Oh,
Jean
yes.
drafted with consultation from our budget director about our budget picture moving forward and what actions we'd like to recommend and require of our departments moving forward to start reductions in budgets in light of the revenue picture that we are facing. And going along with that, we have a draft resolution, and appreciate the discussion with the Budget Commission last week recommending that we move forward with measures like this. I know we have been talking about it and have informally taken a number of measures, but this would be a way of formalizing and starting that process beyond what's already taking place as part of preparation for the tax budget and the 2021 annual budget. So with that, if Jean, if you could just give us a brief summary of this, and thank you too for your work putting these items together and working with Todd and also Chris Maduri on the resolution.
Well, each time I wrote it, this is the third draft that you see. Each time I got stronger, and it's not because it needed to get stronger. I think it's because every day new information's coming in, and that information is not positive. But the flip side is we don't want to come out as if the sky is falling. We don't want people we could create our own dilemma, I guess, is what I'm trying to avoid. So there's a balance there, and in that balance, I think there was some communication back and forth with the commissioner about we're hearing with other counties, at 20 and 30 and higher percentage reductions. I think there was an article in the paper today about one of the local cities in the same predicament. And we looked at the numbers. I communicated those numbers with Todd, and I think we're comfortable with those. I've also had a brief conversation with the auditor specific to the numbers. Does that seem reasonable to get us from here to knowing more certainly where we're going to be at? And I think we're in agreement this will get us there. I equally said in the commission meeting that we should look for maybe 5% increments from 5 to 30, 35%. And I think we should do that. But in terms of that should be done on a department level, and I'm happy to work with each of the department heads. How do you descend in that kind of magnitude? That is a tremendous amount of money. And it's not just us, and it's going to be difficult. Back to the conversation we had earlier, water resources isn't impacted in any way with local funds. So the local government funds don't come into water resource. It's only the payment of the bills that come into water resource. And we're hopefully going to see less impact in water resources. But we can also say on the flip side, solid waste is in a predicament going into the pandemic. So we're all in flux here. I would like to have some agreement on the part of the board to send this message out and start that conversation, not only with the departments under the Board of Commissioners purview, but also with the elected officials, so that we're kind of like pulling on the oar in the same direction. And I know that it's not going to be a fun conversation in any way. It's not intended to, but maybe, just maybe, the evaluation at that level of detail in our budgets is going to help us understand our budgets better. It is looking at them, and I've gone through, there's 41 total that I've been given access to through the auditor, and I'd like to thank her for that. I have 16 left to go through. And just wrapping my head around some of these things, it's like I don't understand why pieces and parts are where they're at. And I'm sure it's legitimate and it's right, but not having the background like Todd. Todd and I sat down and talked about the revenue side last week. Next week, we'll probably start going item by item on the other side of the equation, the expense side. So I'm trying to catch up, at least to have questions that are intelligent to ask Todd, why do we do the things we do? And then from that, we need to sit down and convey whatever message the board elects for us to convey with the directors, and then outside the directors with the other elected officials. Each one has their own particular elements that they have to deal with, and we'll have to work around each one of them.
I think it's a good sign too that, the Budget Commission is made up of 3 other elected officials and, them coming to us and wanting to work together and asking us for our recommendations.
Right.
And I think that bodes well for this, time we're in this together mentality that we're going to need to get through it as painlessly as possible and with as little impact to the public that depends on our services as possible. So it's a good sign going forward, and I'm hopeful that we can continue that cooperative spirit as we approach how to manage these shortfalls that we're facing.
Well, I have to say, we have some very creative people here that are figuring out how to deliver service with the front door closed and locked. And
Yes.
we'll figure this out too.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So do we have a motion for the resolution to accompany this letter to departments and elected officials?
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call, Amy?
Vicky,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Kathleen.
Yes. Great.
And just a question.
Oh,
The
yeah,
last
you-
letter that extended did not have the actual signatures of the board. If you want to sign this letter or not, just a preference is all we're looking for. Whether we need to circulate it to all 3 board or just like the last one, it went out from the Board of Commissioners.
I will be in today to sign. There's a group of things that are, I know, waiting for my signature, so I can sign in person.
I will also be there.
Okay, great. And
And
Sabrina,
I'm
you're
here,
there
so-
now. Okay. The other, I think it would be helpful if the 3 of us sent our electronic signatures in case we haven't done that. I know I've sent it to Amy and possibly Julie, just so for future, their ability with our permission to use our electronic signature could speed up communications if needed down the road. So I'd recommend that we each do that, and I'll make a note too to send mine in. I think I just sent it to you, Amy. Finally, before we print the letter, there was just a typo in the 3rd paragraph on equates. And then in the 4th to last paragraph, there should be an S on commissioner. So Amy, if you could just catch that before you print that out for us.
Okay.
Not bad for a 2-page letter, Jean.
Well, actually, one other of the commissioners did find another error, and I'll be corrected for that one. So.
Okay, sounds good. Do you need anything else from us, Jean?
No, we'll march forward.
Okay, sounds good. Then do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, I'll second.
Roll call, Amy?
Vicky,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Kathleen.
Yes. Jean and Amy, thank you.
Thank you so
You
much.
guys have a
Alright.
good rest of your
Thank
day.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.